Olá pessoal, sejam bem-vindos mais um vídeo. É uma maneira muito criativa de começar. Ahm, e hoje pessoal, vamos continuar com inglês. Que surpresa! Ok pessoal, eu até fiquei... Tenho preguiça de cortar. Eu até fiquei surpreendido como é que o vídeo do anterior de inglês ficou com 15 minutos, mas pronto. Alright, let's start speaking English instead of Portuguese. Because I need to I need to force myself to speak English in English class, or I will get cancelled on Twitter. Guys, I'll get cancelled on Twitter. Okay, let's just start. Alright, so we're gonna give ourselves some grammar today, and the grammar that we are gonna do is the relative classes. So we're gonna be defining relative classes, right? So we have um, two types of relative classes: defining relative classes and not non-defining relative classes. And this is a very short thing that I'm gonna teach you guys. So basically, let's just start. I'm gonna give you an example. Wait, wait a minute. But before we continue, I just want to say I'm sorry because this is a materia from first term. All right, this is not from technology, but it's still gonna appear on the test. All right. So basically, let's say what is defining relative clauses and non-defining relative clauses. So for defining relative clauses, the relative pronoun can be omitted when it refers to an object. Okay, guys. And there are no commas before and after the relative clause, alright guys? Means, pá, não há vírgulas antes e depois the relative clause, ok pessoal? And that's defining relative clauses. So, for defining, we have a convy and then we put the essential information and then we put a sentence, alright guys? And now for non-defining, we'll see. Then we'll see after examples. But now for non-defining relative clauses, we have the relative pronoun that can never be omitted. Right? In defining, it can be but omitted. But in non-defining, it can never be omitted. Okay. So the relative pronoun has to be there. Right? They are always separated by commas, alright? So, vocês pessoal têm que pôr. Quando é defining, não precisam pôr vírgulas. Quando é non-defining, vocês têm que pôr vírgulas. Defining, não vírgulas. Non-defining, vírgulas, ok pessoal? And also, you can never use the pronoun that, right? Do not. That word is illegal in non-defining relative clauses. Alright, guys? Oh, it's. Oh, diz clauses, relative clauses. Pensava que dizia-se classes, não é clauses. Ok, vou ter que mudar o nome do título. Ok, and now we're gonna see some examples of relative clauses. So basically, guys, we have here an example, and I want you guys to tell me if it's defining relative clauses or non-defining relative clauses. Let's see. The boy who lives next to you is my cousin. Is that defining or not defining? The boy who lives next to you is my cousin. Is that defining or not defining? It is indeed defining because who lives next to you, that part is defining the boy, alright? And I didn't put commas, alright? That's how you know when it's defining or not. Let's see other. John, who is a very good student, is my cousin. Now this is not non-defining. Not just because I used commas in who is a very good student, but I'm not defining John. All right. I'm just saying characteristics about him. All right, that's just it. But anyways, this was the defining and non-defining clauses, relative clauses. All right. Now we still have some grammar to learn. Let's go to page. Let's see. Yeah, page 64. All right. And now we're gonna learn the past perfect. Okay, the past perfect. All right. Let's see. So we have the past perfect is about an action which happened before another one in the past. So there's past simple, and there's past perfect. So past simple is more in the present than past perfect, because past perfect, you have to use the verb had. All right. So you how do you use past perfect? So with time words, expressions such as after, already, before, by the time, until, and when. Okay, guys, these are words that you can use in past perfect. All right, guys. And now for the form, the affirmative is the verb plus, no, wait, I'm sorry, the phrase plus past participle. I hope you guys know what participle is. All right. If you don't know, it's gotta be like, yeah, it's on the last page. It's on 240. All right. Take, if you wanna take screenshot. Wait, I'll take screenshot because this is very important. All right. Attention, everybody. Very important. Very important, guys. Very important. Anyways. So for the affirmative is basically that. For the negative, it's hadn't, always hadn't, plus a past participle of what verb people are asking for you to do. And then the interrogative is had plus subject plus past participle. Alright, so had had your had your teacher been to Italy? Alright. So it always starts with had, alright. So let's see. Alright. Let's do exercise one. Alright. Let's do exercise 1 and 2. Yeah, 2. Let's do 1 and 2. Let's do 1 and 2 because some of you might be confused by past simple and past perfect, which is totally normal. To to I mean to mix, but we'll learn. All right. So but let's first do an exercise where it's only past perfect. So 1A. So in here we have so I and the verbs in this, it's nothing. So it's hadn't I hadn't thought about the thoughts. All right. So past participle. I hadn't thought about the importance of AI until I watched Sophia's speaking at the United Nations. All right. Let's go to the B, and the B is gonna be the last one because I don't want to be here forever. The idea of AI and the verb is be, so had been, guys. It's had been. So the idea of AI has been around, had been around um, for a long time before scientists could build the first prototypes. All right. So this is for the past perfect alone. Now let's do an exercise where we have a mix of past perfect and past simple. Right? Let's see the difference, and I'll explain if you guys don't get it. So let's do only two. Let's do only two boxes. So, hey, yesterday I had watched or watched. Let's see. Yesterday I had watched an interesting film about AI. I had watched an interesting film. Pessoal, isso soa muito mal. Portanto, I watched an interesting film about AI. I'm sorry, guys, but I do this all automatically. So I don't have to do anything. My brain just autocorrects that. So it's wrong. It's not I had watched. It's I watched. All right. Um, because I had watched. It's not something that uh look, do it right. Let's see. Let's read this. When deciding between the past simple and the past perfect, look for events finished before other events mentioned. If you find them, go for the past perfect simple. So, this is an event. The fact that I've watched a movie about AI. This is an event that I. So you have to look for an event that's finished before other events mentioned. If you don't find them, it's past simple. If you find it, it's past perfect. All right, guys. So we didn't find it, so it's past simple, right? Watched, only watched. Let's do the next one. I had already read some online articles about AI before, or I already read some online articles about AI. So it's I had already read some online articles. So because it's it's an activity that you made a long time ago. Have you watched have you watched that book? Have you watched that book? Have you read that book? I had watched that. I have read that a long time ago. I had already read that a long time ago. If you say already read that, it's like you're not giving like past sensations. You feel me? I decided to watch the commentary, or I had decided to watch the commentary. So it's this I decided to watch the commentary. Because you're just saying you decided to watch the commentary. You're not specifying any like um events that you already finished or whatever. I don't get this one, but um basically that's it about the past perfect and the past simple. So past perfect is it's about something that it's your first action, all right, and past simple is your second action, but past perfect is way more in the past than past simple, all right. Yeah, but that's basically it. Enfim, pessoal, vai ficar por aqui. Só mais uma coisa. A gente, na minha aula de inglês, a gente deu comparativo e superlativo. E é assim, eu já fiz uma aula a dar o comparativo e o superlativo. Portanto, pessoal, eu peço, por favor, se vocês tiverem dificuldades nesta matéria, vão aos meus vídeos do oitavo ano, que eu estou ali a explicar o comparativo com o superlativo, ok? Por favor, ajuda. Ajuda, porque assim não tenho que estar a fazer vídeo, porque a matéria não é pequena, não sei se vocês lembram. Aliás, acho que foi uma das matérias que a gente deu mais em inglês, durante o ano letivo inteiro. Portanto, vejam lá, por favor, o superlativo e comparativo no lista de reprodução do oitavo ano de inglês, por favor. Enfim, pessoal, agora ficar por aqui e eu vejo-vos no próximo vídeo de inglês. Tchau.